What is up, besties? How are you guys doing? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video. My little baby Stella is visiting today. I dare you to guess her sign. I'll give you a hint. She's very mopey, whines all the time, and has no idea what the hell she wants. Anyway, today we are looking into the infamous, most exciting trend for me personally. Very excited about this. The hashtag blockout 2024 and the obvious disconnect between the rich and the ability to care about humanity. And that's no shade, but also it is, because you got a lot of money. Let's hold them accountable. But that being said, guys, obviously I dressed to the nines today to represent Met Gala because your girl's mostly a tomboy and I look weird in dresses, I promise. In fact, in college, I had to petition to wear a suit, fun fact, because I sang with the boys and the girls. And I had to fight because back in my day, show my age here, right? But anyway, today we are going to be looking at if this is actually going to hold any weight. What I did was I started with darker energies. You know, I pulled out my Dark Mirror Oracle deck to get a vibe of like how celebrities as a whole are feeling, how the collective is feeling, and basically the energy surrounding this, what's going to end up happening, right? And because all of you basically wanted me to focus on Taylor Swift and the Kardashians, I took a look at how Taylor Swift is feeling about this right now. I also took a look at the Kardashians and I got some tea on them. And yeah, I also want to preface this by saying that even if my opinion is negative on someone that you may love, that's my opinion and we have a right to disagree, y'all. So I don't hate Taylor Swift. I don't hate the Kardashians. I hate that people aren't held accountable. I hate that people have such a such a large audience and they don't use it to do good. That's what irks me. But semantics. Also want to let you know that at one point in the video, I actually had to ask Spirit to remove the emotions from me because it was getting very like emotional and angry. And at first I thought it was my emotions, but then after I was done with the reading, it all went away. So I think the universe is angry right now. And that's honestly a good sign. And to be real with you, the end of the reading, I asked, what is the future of this going to look like for A-list celebrities? Is anyone going to be held accountable? And I got some tea about what's to come in the future. So please stick around for the end, because if you're feeling like the glass is half empty, by the end of this video, you may feel like the glass is half full. But that being said, if you're a huge T Swift fan and a huge Kardashian fan, all I can ask of you is just realize that they're humans and humans fuck up sometimes. I fuck up sometimes. I'm not perfect. If anybody has followed me long enough, besties, how are you, my regulars? Y'all know I was an alcoholic. I was fucking up all of my 20s. But we're human and we can learn and evolve. And hopefully this will force them to learn and evolve, which is the end game. I don't want anybody canceled. I want them to use their power for good. Don't we all want that? We want equality, humanity, end to war, Tupac's words to actually make a difference in the world. But I think that's it, y'all. Like I said, covered Taylor, covered the Kardashians, got some tea on that. And then I looked at the future of A-list celebrities as a whole. So as always, this is a legend and for entertainment purposes only. Zero facts here, none whatsoever. I couldn't possibly know what I talked about. It's not like I predicted that JLo and Ben were going to divorce a month before it happened, but you know, whatever. I'm sure I'm full of shit, right? Yeah, I'm just having fun. It's Friday, and we should be in a good mood if you're seeing this on Friday. Happy Friday to all of you. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're looking to book a personal reading with me, unfortunately, I've had to remove the hour reading option because I want everyone to have a chance to get a reading, and the hour-long ones are just taking up so much of my time. And with all of you new people coming in, which I'm so grateful for, I want to make sure that I can get everybody a reading that wants one so that everybody can get the clarity that they want and deserve. So without further ado, besties, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I think that's it. Without further ado, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, what's going to happen with these A-list celebrities, y'all? It's up to you. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to take a look at what I feel to be one of the most exciting moments so far in the 2020s, the blockout of celebrities that don't contribute. So, yeah, I think we're just going to start with general energies. I feel like this is the best deck to kind of get darker energies, feel out what's going on. Y'all, my regulars, I'm hearing the song It's Going Down, I'm yelling timber. So I know a lot of you are feeling pessimistic. And here's the thing, right? Yeah, because I'm hearing this, the saying, be the change you wish to see, which I put on all my stuff because I love that saying. I know that you're all worried about this being a trend. It's up to you whether or not it's going to be a trend. It's up to you whether or not this will stick. So if you're feeling like, oh, this is just going to be another thing that's just not going to last, then you're right, because you've decided to move on and follow. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to how the average attention span of the adult mind is like 8 seconds. So, and I'm also being drawn to the Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, that came out like a long time ago. Highly recommend, where they have specialists that study the human psyche to get you distracted so that you consume, and so that you don't focus on the more important things. And now I'm being drawn to the war. So, gala happening while war, I'm not saying that, correlation does not necessarily equal causation. However, if it walks and talks like a duck, then it's a duck, basically. You know what I'm saying? But we'll wait and see if the whole war stuff comes out. I'm going to be very careful with my words here. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Let's see main energies in regards to what we need to know about this blockout theme. Well, I tell you one thing, you scared the celebrities for sure. Celebrities are feeling very exposed right now, especially with Naked Before the Stars literally being in the middle. And you know what I love about that card is it reduces to the number 9, which is like it gets worse before it gets better. Think of 9 of Wands for my tarot readers. That means like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Into the Thick of It, where it's like, now they're realizing that they have to be held accountable. So again, going back to what I said in the channeling before I touched the cards, if you decide that you want this to stick, you need to make it stick. Just like you need to hold people accountable. Think abusers in your life, think boyfriends, think situationships, think anyone, anywhere. Obviously, people won't be held accountable if you don't hold them accountable. So I just keep hearing we the people, which is like what I've been spreading this entire time. However, hiding your true self, 4 and 1 reduces to change. So I do believe that we will see change. Does that mean that it's going to happen overnight? And does that mean that all these major celebrities are going to just straight up be canceled? No, because the moment I said that, I just saw T-Swift fans in my mind. Just like, unfortunately, some people, and listen, no shade, but some people are just too emotionally invested in these celebrities. They're inspired by them because they see their own potential in them, but they don't ever live up to it because they don't feel like they can. And so they worship these people. And I think this kind of correlates with the reading I recently did on the Bible, where it's like, I think this is where false idols actually came from. Because look at the people that we prop up, right? I mean, no shade. I mean, they're talented people, but they're no better than us. They're chasing highs. And I mean, literally, Nicki Minaj, superstar. She's got a song that's like, I pop a pill and I say thank you. Like, they're not, it's being shown to us who they are. And right now, what I'm feeling more from a spiritual perspective is like,
the collective's had enough. It's kind of, yeah, I'm seeing my rubber band where it's like, how much more are you going to take before you realize that the problem is the people that have the money? Because what I'm seeing is like, and this is an argument I've had in family groups and everything, where it's like, they pin the middle class against the poor. So the middle class get mad at the poor, right? Because it's like, oh, you should be working hard because I have to work hard. Meanwhile, you have somebody like Bill Gates sipping mimosas, making, I don't know, I'm exaggerating here, $1 million a minute. You know what I'm saying? If we want change, we have to be the change. But that being said, hiding your true self, we're exposing them. So again, it's up to us. 4 and 1 is 5, which is change. And people are starting to see the mask slip. So that being said, people that aren't like straight up worshipers of celebrities, they're not having it anymore. This is going to continue. I don't feel it being, and this is why I know a lot of you kind of feel disheartened. I don't see this being something where it's like, boom, all the celebrities are just canceled overnight. That's not going to happen. However, I am being drawn to the fact that like, I'm probably butchering this number, so bear with me here, but I think it was like Kim Kardashian that lost like 30,000 followers the day that this whole thing went viral. So Spirit's basically saying, keep going, because I'm being drawn to, and I'm not going to move my camera because that'll just make everything confusing, but there's a whole bunch of different snakes on my desk because I have a whole bunch of different decks. And it's like, if you stop pouring into people that don't deserve it, they're going to have to be held accountable. Blinded to pain in the reverse means like they choose to not help. I'm being drawn to how like when I was a teen, I was like, why is this chick on an ASPCA commercial, Sarah McLachlan, probably getting paid to sing and asking us for money? And I'm being drawn to how Lizzo was arguing back. And I guess like one of the viral comments was like, why don't you just pay the entire GoFundMe? You have the money. I mean, apparently in order to get into the Met Gala, you have to pay $75K. Can you imagine what that would have done for these people that are dying? You know what I mean? So with Blinded to Pain in the reverse, it's like, you guys already know that they choose not to care. They don't have the emotional bandwidth. They don't have the capacity. I also feel that there are celebrities that have made deals with corporate devils where it's like, even if they did care, they already signed on the dotted line. They can't speak up about it. So even if they do care about, let's say, I don't know if this is a trigger word on YouTube, so I'll pronounce it wrong. The floor in Gabaza. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If they did care about it, you might have A-listers that, you know, their executive producer works with somebody who's benefiting from the stock market, benefiting from the war. You know what I'm saying? And so we have a mixture of people here where there's people that just frankly don't give a fuck. And then I'm being drawn to the Kardashians where it's like, duh. I mean, no shade, but also shade. And then I'm also being drawn to all of the flies on here. And it's reminding me of the song Roses Really Smell Like Poo. So again, it's like, you guys already know the problem. It's up to you to do something about it. We've already revealed them. We already know they're fake as fuck. We already know they don't care about you. They don't care about the people. They care about their money. Like, I'm being drawn to how, and no shade, again, because it's not just T-Swift fans, but it's a lot of these A-lister fans where y'all will come at me in the comments gunning for me, telling me I should never speak ill on these people when they will never care about you. Do you see what I'm saying? They will never give a fuck. They don't care about your family. They don't care. You know what I mean? And with anger and chains being the back deck energy in the reverse, I'm literally hearing the song, Why Should I Care? They don't care. Their ego is the size of they can't even fit through the fucking door. So, and I'm being drawn to how over the top and extremely expensive the dresses were and how like out of whack they were. It's just that they are so disconnected. They are not people that you want to, like, I just keep hearing false idols. Like, I just keep hearing false idols. And again, if you watched the reading I did on the Bible, you'll know how I feel about this. And it doesn't even matter what my opinion is. All that matters is yours. But that being said, again, it's up to you to decide moving forward what's going to happen. Because what I'm seeing is like the ball's rolling, but it's also in your court, right? Like it takes two. Yeah, because I'm hearing the song, it takes two to make things go right. So we have to be the change. But with Naked Before the Stars in the reverse, I could tell you the Kardashians are shitting bricks for sure. They were already shitting bricks. Remember the other reading I did with them like hiding shit? Just look up that reading I did with the Kardashians. You'll find it. And with this reminding me of 4, which reminds me of 4 of Wands, and this being reversed, it's like everybody feels like they're out of their comfort zone right now. Everybody feels like they're on the defense. But here's the thing. When people feel like they're on the defense, that's when they show their true colors. Because I keep hearing the song, I see your true colors shining through. So keep an eye out. So like, for instance, that Lizzo thing where people came after her and she was like, oh, I put this GoFundMe up. And someone else was like, why don't you foot the bill, bitch? Like, that's where we need to get. We have to, again, it's just like we have to be the change. And so do you want this to continue? Do you want the wage discrepancy to keep getting so bad, 11:11 on the clock when I said that? Or are you going to realize that you actually have power to do something about it? Because, yeah, no, you alone can't take down a celebrity. Maybe not. But I bet the girl who went viral didn't expect to go viral and cause all of this. You never know. So I think what Spirit's trying to get us to understand is that we're already seeing who they are. They don't give a fuck. If they gave a fuck, they would have done something by now. I mean, think about how you're feeling, hearing all the news about all these wars and how these people are willing to shell out $75K just to go to some stupid ass event, let alone how much money it is for these whack ass dresses that don't even look like clothes. And it's like they're in their own little Delulu land. So again, it's up to us. And that doesn't mean that like you have to hate them. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying Spirit's drawing me kind of to me, but then also to like addicts as a whole. If you keep making excuses for addicts, for instance, and if you enable them, then they're never going to change. And so this is why this moment is so important, because you're hitting them in the only place it hurts for them, their wallet and their fucking pride, because those are the only 2 things that matter. Because they are sort of in their own way blinded to pain, because we've seen how this industry works. In order to survive this industry, which is why I'm saying you don't have to outright hate these people, but with the way this industry works, they kind of, in a metaphorical sense, sell their own soul. And so it is up to us to make that change. It is up to us to hit them where it hurts, because again, just like protests make a difference, just like your voice makes a difference, just like all of that makes a difference, it starts and ends with you. Will they change if you guys get distracted by the next ooh shiny? Probably not, no. But if we keep at it, and if we keep trying to push for this, and we keep sharing the message, and we keep getting more people aware, it'll at least get to a point where they have to start taking accountability, and they'll have to start taking responsibility, because again, we are only going to be able to do this if we hit them where it hurts, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are going to play victim. I think this is why I keep being drawn to Lizzo, where it's like, oh, woe is me. Like, you know, I care. And they'll probably throw out some like tweets, because I can see them being like, support Gaza. But again, it's like, do you guys want real change to happen? Then you need to speak up and start making noise. Those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. I will say, with the sacrifice card, the industry itself, very interesting. I did not expect that. The industry itself would be willing, if this doesn't go away, to sacrifice somebody. Because I see I see like meetings where it's like, we're not really too worried about this yet because they know the human psyche and how we move on too quickly. So they're already preparing like, okay, let's throw another Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce all blah, 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 again. But if we don't let it go, I see them offering up somebody, at least one person, and it could be a Kardashian because I am being drawn to Kardashians, where it's like, all right, we'll throw this person in particular at you to give you kind of like a something, a bang for your buck is what I'm hearing. So at least one celebrity is going to get probably the brunt of this if this doesn't become the phase. And again, what you say, you manifest. So if you are already like, this is never going to work, well, then you might as well just throw in the towel. But then how are you ever going to believe in anything in your life if that's how you feel about things? We can't keep looking at things as glass half empty because then we're never going to change as a society. We're just not. We need to realize that we have the power. And you know what's funny is the 1% already know that we have the power. Why do you think they divide us all the time? Why do you think when the lockdown happened, a bunch of millionaires made bunkers? They know we're powerful, but you don't. So until you stop feeling like a victim and actually realize that your voice matters and get angry and fight back, then maybe shit will change. But this is kind of weighing on public and their ability to actually commit to something that matters. Yeah, artificial heart in the reverse. It's just like you guys are finally seeing their true colors. I think it's going to continue to expose. And I also feel that if this does not work, just specifically the hashtag, like I've seen in prior readings before, yep, it's going down. I'm yelling timber, hearing it again. These people are going to continue to get exposed because I keep hearing the song one way or another. I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you. We are leveling up as a society where we're going, hey, we need to hold ourselves accountable. We're looking at where we fail ourselves. And then we go, wait a second. Why are we worshiping these people that can't get their shit together? Why are we watching these dumpster fires and then giving them more and more money while we struggle? You know what I'm saying? And even though it feels like an impossible feat, there are way more of us that are angry and sick and tired of being sick and tired of these people than you actually think there are. So share this video so that we can make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, this feels like a call to revolution. This feels like, I almost wonder if from a higher perspective, because I'm being drawn to the girl that kind of made this happen. I wish I remembered her tag. It's like Lady out the house something. You guys know I can't think when I'm channeling. So if anybody knows her TikTok handle, please put it in the comments because that girl needs to go viral for doing this. But I feel like she might have channeled something because I almost see her having this like spark of inspiration and her being like, oh, this is going to be like a fun little skit, not knowing that she was actually going to get the ball rolling, which is exactly my point. You never know how planting a seed will affect whoever. You could plant a seed in, let's say you have a conversation with 3 of your friends, right? All 3 of your friends, they met it right. But then they go and tell 3 friends, and they go and tell 3 friends, and they go and tell 3 friends, and then it ripples and it ripples and it ripples. And then one day you meet your, I don't know, 2024 Martin Luther King Jr. that got inspired because all the way back, you said something. Do you see what I'm saying? So is it over for the celebrities? Honestly, it's the beginning of the end. At least for the ones that have nothing to really offer to society. Ones that don't really give a shit about you. This is the beginning of the end. This is why they're all kind of losing their shit. This is why we're seeing them for, yeah, because I keep hearing the song, I see your true colors shining through. This is a bigger thing than just the blockout 2024. But that being said, I feel like Spirit is very adamant on what you resist persists. So if you're going to keep feeding, it's like feeding a narcissist attention. You know what I'm saying? If anybody, unfortunately, has dealt with narcissism in their lives, the only way to get a narcissist to stop is to bleed them of the thing that they crave the most, which is attention. And a lot of times that is any form of attention. So this blockout hurting their sponsorships and hurting their money is going to be exactly what they need to go, oh shit, this is hurting my money. I might actually have to change. So it's up to you at this point. Let's take a look at the cards. All right, so I'm going to start with Miss T Swift because I know y'all want to know about that. And then we'll look at Kim, and then I'll see what else I feel drawn to after. But let's see anything we can get on Miss T Swift. How's she feeling? Does she give a fuck? What's happening for her? I keep hearing, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So, no, hold on. Oh my God, she only cares about the money. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? This is gonna hurt my business. She's pissed. She's pissed. It's like, see, this is my point. This is why you guys, this is my point. She's like, I'm already having trouble in my home life. I'm not happy there. Work life sucks because I'm not getting the fulfillment that I need because she's in a relationship she don't even want to be in. And she's concerned about her stability falling apart. And the reason that I kind of paused with this Fool card is I think right now she's in a strategy move to see what she can do. I see her talking with, like, I don't know, her team, her label, like what she's allowed to say and what she's allowed not to say, because I feel like she's going to be one of many that's going to go do one of those fucking, oh, you know, bless Gaza, and like just make a empty Twitter status to help make people think that she gives a shit. But if anybody reads tarot here, coins, coins, coins. She's a Sag. She's a King of Wands in reverse. She's pissed. She's pissed that you guys have the audacity to hurt her money. How do you feel about that? You support her so blindly, right? And yet she's mad at you right now. Net worth of over $1 billion, and she's mad at the public. What does that say about her? And again, this is not, I don't support going and being and screaming at her and saying nasty hate. Like I said when I made the narcissism analogy, the best thing you can do is cut off their supply. Don't be mean. Don't be cruel. Cut them off because they don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Now, that being said, this is not a hate train for Taylor, but this is not a good spread. If she cared about people, if she cared about the world and how it was going to be, I think she's going to play it off like we're all in this together because I'm being drawn to all the hands. Like, again, it just feels like she might say some empty promise shit. Like we the people, because I'm being drawn to the American flag. Again, which is just like united we stand. And it's just, it's very, and I also feel that this is a business strategy coming from her team as well, where it's like, maybe if we put out a statement, then maybe people will stop gunning for you and you'll be taken off the block list. And that way we don't have to worry about your money. But when I tell you that this is money, 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 and how dare you come after my money when I'm already going through my own shit? Like, listen, I'm not saying she's a narcissist, but this is narcissistic tendency energy. Because why isn't she going, hey, this is wrong. You're right. I didn't realize that. I should shell out some coin. People are dying. You know what I mean? So, you know, let's pull a little more. Fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to. Try not to use my emotions. 3 of Wands. This is outside of my abilities. Why are you coming for me? There's nothing I can do about it with that 3 of Wands in the reverse. This is outside of my abilities. She's banking on the fact that she's got this innocent girl next door bullshit, which she kind of killed with that album to a degree. I mean, it went half and half with that. But with that Hermit card, she feels very exposed and she feels like everybody's out to get her. This is like the epitome of just, ugh. Anyway. Yeah, look at this. She keeps coming out as a masculine energy. She's angry at you guys. Do you understand that? She is angry at you guys. How dare you fuck with my money? How dare you make me have to deal with this shit? When I tell you these people are so fucking disconnected, like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to swear this much because I know, like, YouTube, but you're not going to get me to completely stop swearing. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Ace of Swords. I'm telling you, I feel like she's trying to brainstorm an idea of like a Twitter post or, I don't know, an Instagram reel, TikTok post, whatever. Just some meaningless bullshit. All talk, no actions. It's reminding me of like when you date someone who's emotionally avoidant and they sell you a dream, but nothing ever lands. That's Taylor's strategy right now. To sell you some bullshit and hope that you buy it so that you love her all over again and think that she's in support of the war ending. Because look, I was drawn to this deck and you have an army man on there. She's going to play this off like she cares and she doesn't. 4 of coins. Yeah. It's almost like even if, I think she's thinking about shelling out money. Oh, God. Spirit team, can you help me remove my emotions from this? She is considering shelling out money to her business team to get rid of this problem. I see her strategizing, okay, maybe if we throw in a news article about, I don't know, let's make a rumor that maybe I'm pregnant or maybe we're engaged or maybe we're moving in together or maybe this or maybe that. Like it's very much like, look over here so you don't focus on me. What's the back deck? I'm not wasting any more energy on her. Self-sabotage, 3 of Swords, heartbreak, back deck energy, Queen of Wands. Again, she's pissed. She's pissed at you guys. Like literally in this card, this person's screaming. It's really like, how dare you hit me when I'm already down? No remorse, no ability. You know what this reminded me of? That saying about like, ask a rich person the price of a gallon of milk and they'll look at you stupid. Oh, I'm so glad I looked at the deck. The Tower in reverse, restructuring. How do I make this look like I'm on their side? Because of the tension that's happening right now. I have to pretend like I give a shit and make this right. She don't care. Page of Swords, bro. That's internet. Strategizing. Look, he's literally thinking, right now, I'm in the doghouse. How do I make myself look presentable again? How do I make people love me again? This has nothing to do with caring about the people. Nothing. It's all about her money. Let's take a look at the Kardashians, shall we? If this doesn't make you want to block them, I don't know what will, y'all. I really don't. So we're going to take a look at how the Kardashians are feeling about this. I literally heard clear as day Kim in my head. Like, I don't have enough shit to deal with already. That's literally what I just heard in my head. Like, I don't have enough shit to deal with already. Which, hey, listen, being Switzerland for a second here, if you're drowning already, I do understand that. You ever like, okay, I'm going to give her a little ounce before the cards make me regret giving her this little ounce. But like, you ever have like literally like the worst day in the world and then like you spill your coffee and you just bought it, or you bang your pinky toe on the corner or something? Like that's kind of the energy of Kim right now. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, it's like, it just feels like the end of the world for Kim in particular. But let's take a look at the Kardashians, how they're feeling about this blockout and what it could mean for them. All legend for entertainment purposes only. And as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. Oi. Subscribe if you're new here. We would love to have you. And let me know in the comments down below if you are going to continue to support this movement so that we can actually get some real change. What? I need more cards. What? Okay, Mom. Got it. Home progress. These people. I can't. So I see Kim and Chris strategizing, going over how they've gotten out of scandals before when it comes to like love interests, because you know how they've always been under fire for, like, for instance, Kim and Kanye. Okay, that's really all I got. I don't care about the Kardashians or the Jenners, so I got nothing for you, but whatever. You know, they always have issues with, I'm thinking Travis Scott being one of them. They are also strategizing how to put money somewhere else so that they can hide that they're a problem too. And that they don't care to help the world. With that Empress in reverse, it's drawing me very strongly to the earth itself. That's mom. That's where I got Chris from. But with Ace of Coins, it's like, how do we create new possibilities, new avenues of income just in case this comes down? Guys, none of this reads to me like, oh my God, we care about the people. They don't care about you. Do I have to explain that louder? Do I need to scream it for the people in the back? They don't care about you. So why do you fight so hard for people that don't care about you? And that goes in your general life too. Honey, if people don't fight for you, when people show you who they are, believe them. Listen to them the first time. Get out. You know what I'm saying? Know your worth, Queen, King, all of you. But anyway, that Six of Cups is very telling to me. I just see Kim and her mom in particular being like, we already have too much shit on our plate right now. And I'm being drawn to Diddy and I'm gonna leave it there. You know what I'm talking about? Reference the video that I've already done. Look it up. But with the Chariot, it's like a halt in progress. This is going to hurt our finances more. We're going to have to go through more of a storm. Woe is me. What's hidden with the Moon card is that we already know how to work. This is exactly why you guys are so disheartened and why you guys think this isn't going to work. They are already strategizing. This wouldn't shock me if one of the sisters comes out with some new bullshit about one of their boo things that is now the new topic of discussion, so you're not looking at them to be held accountable. So with this group of people, I would not be shocked if, like, I don't know, Kim and Kanye have a new feud, or Kim dates a new dude, or I don't really care enough about any of the other Kardashian Jenner chicks, so I don't know. What Timothy Shallow, whatever the fuck his name is, and the chick he's with, like, it wouldn't shock me if their strategy moving forward is to prop up one of their daughters and the couple and creating some sort of wave of news for Google to push this down. That's their strategy right now. I definitely think that Chris in particular is afraid that she could lose everything because these people refuse to change. They refuse to change. They love the luxury. They love the luxury. You're not going to get them to stop wanting that because here's the thing. You chase external things when you don't feel whole within. And I've read part of these people and the celebrities across the board. They don't feel whole within. Yeah, I just heard Lauryn Hill, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? So it's like, we need these parties. That's literally their mindset. It's like, we need these parties. We need this to feel important. We need the Met Gala. We need, I don't know, I don't watch none of this shit because I know it doesn't matter. And no shade to those that do. To each their own. But my issue is having so much power and not making productive change. That's my issue. But with Emperor in the reverse and Six of Swords, it's like, this could even be them throwing Kanye under the bus. So that headlines switch from Kardashians to Kanye. Because this is reminding me of father. And then Six of Swords literally has a father on it. So it would definitely not shock me if there's another let's focus on Kanye scandal. Because I really think they're going to go the avenue of like, let's talk about one of the daughters and the boyfriends, or one of the daughters and the exes, or let's hook them up with somebody new. Again, this is all strategy and no self-reflection. No, I actually care about what's going on. No, I mean, literally the card speaks for itself. They don't want to change. Why would they? You're not making them. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Hierophant's about relationships. Two of Swords is a separation. They would be willing to throw somebody under the... That's what I'm saying. Everybody's thinking about who they can throw under the bus. Everybody's thinking about how they can get out an article. And you know what is pissing me off the most? Is that they're going to shell out money for this. So while you guys are sitting here being pissed at them because they won't shell out money to save lives, they're more than willing to shell out money to save their reputation. Two of Swords. I don't care who I have to disconnect from. I'll be damned if I lose public perspective. I'll be damned if I lose all the accolades that I have. And it's reminding me of like all the, look at the K. It's reminding me of like Kim, Chloe, whatever the fuck their names are. All of them are strategizing right now to distract you. So what are we going to do about it, y'all? Back deck. Ego. Tower. Their house of cards is falling. Knight of Swords in reverse, impure intentions. I already said that. Their ego is exactly what's fueling them right now. And I think for them in particular, I think they might offer up like a boyfriend scandal or a husband scandal or some shit like that. Oh, here's Kim. It's not working. Yeah, it's like today for tomorrow energy. Who do we have to throw under the bus so that you don't look at us? I'm trying really, really, really hard not to bring my emotions into this, guys. I'm really, really trying. I'm trying so hard. But if you actually felt the energy that I feel right now, being in their energy... Spirit's like, I got you, boo. They started playing the song, She Fucking Hates Me. You ain't wrong. So we will end this with... What is the potential outcome for this as a whole for celebrities moving forward in the industry? Can there actually be change? Will we make it happen? Let's see what Spirit has to say. All right. I'm being drawn to the movie Avatar, where, if you haven't seen it, highly recommend. It's on Disney+. Jake Sully goes to basically help the people in the war, but he ends up realizing that it's the people weren't the, oh god, what was the word that they used? They basically called them like, I remember at one point in the movie they called them blue monkeys, and I was like, wow, that's racist, but because these people don't exist, it's a movie, whatever. But I'm getting more the vibe of like, we're starting to open our eyes. So even though you don't feel hopeful now, don't give up yet. Because remember when R. Kelly couldn't be canceled? Remember when Diddy was never held accountable? Remember what? That's what Spirit's trying to allude to. It's like, if you keep making waves, if people keep talking, then we will get somewhere. I'll let you in for entertainment purposes only. What can we, is there anything to look forward to with this, Spirit, besides, I can't believe the audacity of them to be willing to throw money to get, that money could go to exactly what it is that we're arguing about, but okay. Restructuring. Lovely. That's weird. I just heard Rise of the Divine Feminine when I dropped that. Which is an energy. It's not like that means the rise of women. It's more along the lines of like, we're starting to realize what really matters. Because what I'm being drawn to is, with that Queen of Coins in particular, even though she is looking at the money, she's surrounded by butterflies. And butterflies, for anyone who does spiritual symbology, that means it's growth. They go from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And I'm noticing how there's a shit ton of butterflies, which means that we as a species, I guess, are starting to grow out of the caterpillar phase, and we're getting into the discomfort phase because I'm being drawn to like the chrysalis, which means that we have all the opportunity right now to bring the money back to the people. And I know for the people that are tarot readers, they're like, where the hell did you get that from, that one card? Channeling and intuitive. Don't underestimate the ability of the imagery. And I'm also being drawn to the fact that their outfits are becoming just more and more ridiculous, and we're just starting to get it. It's almost like, I guess for super spiritual people, you could say that the veil's thinning, but you know, for your everyday person, I think we're just sick and tired. I mean, if everybody's in a survival state right now and you're seeing people being so disconnected, I'm just being drawn to all of these butterflies. It's like we're all getting tired of the discomfort, so we're taking the power back. So that being said, I feel like Spirit wants you to hold on, because with the Tower reversed, it's like this will eventually restructure. These people, whether they like it or not, yeah, I'm hearing, ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Yeah, they're going down. It's just a matter of how fast you want it to happen and how it happens. But with the way we as a society are changing, and again, the wage discrepancy, which is just undeniable at this point. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, we're not gonna take it. You'd be surprised. I do see people eventually taking their power back. Yeah, Emperor. This is a good sign. This also feels to me like we could start, either we're going to start putting pressure on people in charge, like politician more so. Biden might do like a last ditch attempt to try and make us feel safe, but it also feels like a power play for elections. So if he does pull some I care about the people shit within the next couple of months, it really is just because I keep hearing midterms. I don't even know when that is because brain not worky channel. But I could see him pulling a stunt. So keep an eye out for that, where he might be like, oh, I care about these people. Let's find a way to peace. But think about why. Like, I'm being drawn to the student loan debt and all this forgiveness shit. And it's like, why does it happen right before a re-election? Why couldn't you have done it? I don't know. A couple of years into your term, a year into your term. Why when you're almost out the door? You know what I mean? So that just seems like a little bit of tea. So keep that in mind. If Bo Jiden decides to pull a move, it's not coming from a place of love and light. It's coming from a place of re-elect me, please. Six of Swords is upright, though, guys. I asked in general what's going to happen, and the Six of Swords is about change. And notice how he is helping the children. And it's reminding me of how me, along with a lot of other people, feel this need. And maybe it's a starseed thing, but if you can't relate to that, then maybe it's just an empathy thing, where we don't want to see our children continue to go through this. This dad is walking through the water. He's dealing with the sharks, but the child is safe, which is alluding to me that this change, it literally says need a change. This change has to happen. It's not going to not work. It's just the semantics. Does that make sense? So maybe the hashtag works for a little while, and we are going to hit their pockets. I do feel like we are going to hit their pockets. We are going to hurt them. You're going to get apology videos. You're going to get some bullshit Twitter feed. I support blah, 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 blah. They're full of shit. But as a whole, you can't stop what's coming, is what I'm hearing. Especially with that shark. It's just reminding me of like, hold on. We already knew what we were getting ourselves into. This is coming more from a soul perspective, but also be the change. Like, that's the vibe. Be the change. And this is upright. So it is going to happen. It's just a matter of the hows and the whens. But yeah, Page of Wands, you say you want it, you do nothing about it. You say you want it, but then no shade, Aries, but ooh, shiny, you know what I mean? And that's any Aries placements. Stop letting them trick you. Stop letting them get you on, oh, rumors are flying that Taylor might be engaged. Meanwhile, there's bombs striking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being drawn to like all of the hippie songs. Modest Yahoo, One Day, Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't Hide. Tupac, They Got Money for Wars but Can't Feed the Poor. It's like, you guys get to decide what you want next. Free will is a bitch. So are you going to step up? Are you going to be the change? Or are you going to whine about it online for a month and then move on to the next thing that they humor you with? And I just keep being drawn to like remind you guys that they hire people to study the human psyche so that you do get distracted. Because I'm being drawn to, I'm a big nerd, you guys. Like, even though I am spiritual, I believe in science. I feel the two must be combined, and one day we will get there. But the point is, and I hope that y'all don't think that like I'm trying to like yell at you guys. I feel like Spirit's really just trying to like get it through your heads that like those that don't know history are doomed to repeat it, right? And if you've been following me for a while, we've seen that a lot of these have reoccurring themes where history just keeps repeating over and over and over again. So with people being this rich and then hiring people that understand the human psyche to manipulate you into getting distracted so that you don't fight for your own freedom, you need to be aware of that so you can do something about it, so you can fight back. Because if you watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix, all of the whistleblowers literally say there were departments where they studied the psyche and they know that it's a dopamine hit and they know how to manipulate your brain to make you addicted to these people and to these apps, and how they make the app icons bright colors because you're drawn to it. And I mean, it's smart. And so we need to be a step further. We need to be smarter. And if that Page of Wands was upright, then we would be fighting back. But right now, everybody has this, I'm already exhausted, the world's falling apart, why have hope? We should just all give up. But is that really how you want it to go down? You really just want to give up? Is that it? That's it then? You're just going to be poor and homeless eventually because they take all of the money when they already pretty much have all of the money? It's up to you what you want to happen next. Unfortunately, this has a lot to do with free will, and now I'm being drawn to procrastinating. Again, it boils down to what we want to do about it. Judgment, we the people, literally. On the regular Rider-Waite deck, it's people being called to action by an angel in the sky. It's like, what are you going to do about it? This is like a test for humanity. It's actually kind of cool. This feels like a very pivotal moment in history that even though, you know, right now, yeah, because I'm hearing into the thick of it, it feels intense. 20 years down the line, this is going to be in our history books. And, you know, if you got kids, you're going to be talking about this. Like, I remember when the world felt like it was over and then we overthrew all the rich people. Like, this is up to us. You have to believe that, though. Page of Cups, this is about like bringing passion back into your life. What actually motivates you? What makes you happy? What brings you joy? Because it's not doom scrolling on Facebook, and it's not worshiping people that don't care about you and will never notice you, when what you're actually worshiping in these stars is your own potential. Maybe you're drawn to Taylor Swift because you're a good singer, but you don't think it's possible because it's not realistic for you, because that's what they convinced you. Or maybe you're drawn to the Kardashians because you just want to be seen. Maybe you need to start asking yourself, why? Because I think if you actually knew them, think about the reading I did on JLo, and I predicted that they were going to break up. A month after I posted that video, they break up. But it's up to you what happens next. What do you want? What do you value? What are your core beliefs? And are you actually going to stick to them? Or, because Spirit's kind of like, this is more of like an example than like a literal thing, but they're drawing me, and I'll call my own shit out because I'm human. Before I got sober from alcohol, I relapsed a bajillion times. So don't worry about perfection. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I just lost it. It's something about you just have to try. So it's like, remember why you came here. Life is not supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be about passion and excitement and love for one another and we the people. And, you know, I'm just going back on what I've said before. Yeah, bringing back love to community, bringing back love to one another, realizing that they're using the internet to divide us and to weaponize it so that we don't hold people accountable like leaders, for instance. We have to join forces. I mean, there's literally an army guy on there. We have to join forces. And we can do this. And regardless of whether or not you feel like you can, I mean, we're only as strong as our weakest links. So let's try a little harder. But you can make the change. And again, I'm not saying that we have to cancel entirely these people. Let's just make them do something with what they have. You know what I mean? Why are you hoarding millions of dollars when people are dying? I can't imagine having that amount of money and knowing people are dying and then buying $1 million dress. Like, that is the most... Well, never mind. If we keep I see this happening for us. It's just a matter of timing. I do feel the fall of celebrities. I've been saying this since 2020. We're seeing it happen. It's continuing to happen. Unfortunately, it's more of a trickle effect, but the people are getting fed up and they're coming up with new ideas. And we have to support the people with new ideas. We have to support people that are against what's going on. We have to share those things. Share the creators that are talking about the block list. Share this video so that you get other people inspired to believe that this change is possible. Because the Five of Wands is reversed, which is giving me the vibe of like, eventually pinning the people against each other, it's not going to work anymore, because the only thing that we're going to have left to hate is our structure, because we know it doesn't work. It's faulty. And so what happens next is the fall of the false idols for people that are into religion. I kind of feel like that's what the Bible meant. False prophets, false idols. We worship people that don't even love themselves. They can't. And so they buy shit and whatever. I've gone over that a million more times. Anyway, Spirit, anything else to give people hope or anything we need to know about? They're not going to be successful in the end. They won't. Fall from grace. Oh my God, I love that. They're not going to be successful. You're going to see people start to fall. I think the Kardashians are a main group, because I'm hearing they really just have nothing to offer, if we're being honest. They don't have talent. Not really. I mean, granted, I don't know enough about them. I guess one of them might have been a model, but again, and no shade to anybody that's gotten work done, but they don't even look like who they were when they got on the scene. So like, and what does that set an example for our children? You know what I'm saying? So this, regardless of, you know, how defeated you feel and how you think that this isn't going to end up being anything, it will eventually. It's just up to us how fast we want it to happen. Yeah, death, that's an inevitable change. This will change. And look at how in this card it's like half a mask, which is like the mask is falling off. And I'm hearing the song, the rest is still unwritten. It's up to us. Two of Swords. We have to separate. But if we do that, the energy shifts and we gain our power back. So again, what do you want? Yeah, oh my God, I just saw the scene from The Notebook where he's like, what do you want? And the girl's like, I don't know. Well, that's the people right now. Because to defend the people, we've been in a survival state for what? At least 4 years, if not longer, because hello, the world. So when we take a stand, change has to happen. But we have to combine forces and do it together and stop letting them get us arguing over, you know, transgender politics when it's none of our fucking business. You know what I mean? Do you guys know transgender people? I know 3 off the top of my head that are great people, but they'll throw anything in the news to get you to not focus on what it is you need to focus. What you need to be doing is going and looking at how it is that they convinced you to be distracted in the first place. These people are smart. They have hired teams that study psychology that manipulate it so that you get hooked onto all this shit. This is an addiction. Celebrities, they're an addiction. They're another one. And that's not to say that, you know, they're inherently bad. I mean, we've delved into all their stories. It's trauma all over across the board. The whole world is full of people with trauma. So what are we going to do about it? That's the bigger question. And with that Page of Cups, it's bringing lightheartedness back into our life. It's remembering why we came here to begin with. Again, I know I rant about this, but anybody on their deathbed after they lived a long life, their regrets are never, didn't have all the money, didn't have all the things. It's, I didn't take care of the people I loved. I never told that girl I loved her. I never apologized. I couldn't swallow my pride. I cared about the wrong things. I was drowning in work and not the people that I loved. It's us realizing that our priorities fucking suck. And hey, I'm kind of calling myself on this too, because I've been trying to quit doom scrolling myself. The Fool, new beginnings. It's like when we decide, look at this, the Death card with the Fool card, both upright. And the Two of Swords is in between it, which is like, you have to make a hard choice, but in the end, that is your freedom. Look at how it just went from black and white to this beautiful symphony of colors. And this guy, he's on top of the world and he's free. You can't be free if you're sitting here waiting for somebody else to save you. And that is in everything, not just this situation, in relationships, in life. And this is coming from someone who in her 20s was the queen of victim mentality and blaming everybody else but myself. That doesn't mean that I wasn't right in some of the people I was blaming, but it does take two. That Lover's card is screaming to me when the divine masculine and the divine feminine merge together. And that doesn't mean boy and girl. That means when you know how to pour into yourself, but you also know how to stand up for yourself. When we come back whole to ourselves so that we don't have to look out externally, you know, how we read these celebrities and then we judge them because they're looking externally, but we're doing the same thing. I mean, I know I do that with rom-coms. That's my escapism tendency, or food, you know, we all got our thing. But I do see change coming. Yeah, King of Coins in reverse. They can't hold on to their money forever. It's not going to happen. The universe isn't going to let it. We're leveling up too fast. So will block out the hashtag itself change this thing? Probably not. Will it make a good dent? Yes. Will it scare some people? Yes. And now that I've showed you the moves that they're planning on making, and I guarantee that it's going to be across the board for most of them, because why do they need to be told to care? They should have cared in the beginning. So when you start seeing all this new tabloid shit that's making you stop thinking about this hashtag, I want you to ask yourself, why is that coming out? And don't worry, because I got you on a reading on it if we need to look into it. If it's a distraction, we'll find out about it. But this is the fall of celebrities. This is. I see it. I've been seeing it. I have not seen a timeline where the celebrities continue with what they're doing. I've not seen it. I don't see a timeline where they win. And what I see, honestly, and I hate this because it's gonna hurt bad before it gets better, is what I just heard. Because people are so reluctant to fight for themselves, it's going to be like a bandwidth thing, like the rubber band. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, and we're going to snap. That's what's going to end up happening. The wage discrepancy is going to get stronger. The inflation is going to get stronger. More wars, more this, more that. And then finally, everybody's going to fucking lose their shit. And this is kind of just more of it trickling in. This is the beginning stages of the beginning of the end of people that don't deserve the money and power that they have. And it starts and ends with you. What's the back deck energy? Yeah, it's like what you resist persists. So this is especially with the Page of Coins, this is remind me of like, if anybody's thinking about taking a leap and getting out of a job that they hate to do an entrepreneurial skill. This is giving me the vibe of like, this would be the time if you're somebody who's a creative to make your own dreams come true. Because what I'm seeing is like hiring like on a door, which is giving me the vibe of like, notice how like TikTok has bumped up people that are singers. That's kind of what I'm getting the vibe of. It's like, in the future, when we keep continuing to push for change, you're going to start to see the average Joe start to get propped up, because as much as these corporations are evil, they run on money. And if we don't like the people that they're putting out, then they're going to find people we like. So you might want to start looking at people that you like, or if you're creative yourself, an actor, a singer, all these people that are getting canceled, comedians, whoever's getting canceled, start pouring that energy into yourself. If that is the dream that you have, not from a place of ego, from a place of you've wanted that, this is your time. Whether that's making a TikTok, a YouTube, whatever, because they're already scouting. I've read for personal clients, I've seen big time people scouting because they want more authentic people, because we don't like inauthentic people anymore. This will change, guys, because we're not happy anymore. And when we're not happy, though it does sell in certain avenues, it won't sell in the industry. And if it's not selling, just like executives have been kicking out people because they don't give a fuck, they will kick out the people that you decide you don't want to support anymore. So, like a 9 of Cups wish come true with the genie in the bottle here, pick your poison. Do you want to believe that nothing is ever going to happen and we're doom and gloom and all of that? Then this is just going to take longer, because again, I'm being drawn right back to we are only as strong as our weakest link. So if you feel passionate about this, keep pushing. Because eventually, regardless of how you feel about this, these celebrities are going down. If you have nothing to offer, if you are problematic, if you are toxic, if you are ungrateful, I'm being drawn to like, JLo energy, doesn't care about the people, just cares about fame, doing it to fill a void. These people aren't going to last long term, because we're getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. And right now, people want authentic. And Kardashians don't sell. They won't, not long term. Does that mean that they will completely go bankrupt? I'm not sure. It seems like they got more shit going on than just this. But this is giving me the vibe, like I've said in other readings, where we may see people retire early, or just suddenly decide to move and disappear, or decide that they want to start a podcast, or just try to be more relatable, and you'll realize even more that they're not relatable. This is the beginning of the end of A-list celebrities. That's what this is. Does that mean completely over? Does that mean Taylor Swift will never sing again? It's going to take a long time for something like that to happen. But what I see is like, I see spirit like just plucking, like one at a time. Pluck, pluck, pluck. People are going to drop just like they've been dropping. It's going to keep going. So the angrier y'all get, the more you commit to things like this, the quicker this shit happens. And guess what? If you're interested in being a singer, someone in the spotlight, someone that is on TV, whatever your thing is, this is the perfect opportunity for you to go for it, because there's going to be a lot of room for you in the future. So if that's your dream, thumbs up from spirit. Yeah, 4 of Cups. The people that run the world, whatever, they have no problem getting out of their own comfort zone in order to make money. So if that means they got to prop up your average Joe, they're going to do that. Yeah, magician, they'll manipulate whatever they can. So unfortunately, we will not get rid of the people in the background that are wealthy and greedy. I don't really know what that's going to take. That's separate from this, unfortunately. But yeah, with 7 of Cups in the reverse, it's like they've been dealt so many hands of realism now. It's only a matter of time. I just see them like looking at who's popular on like TikTok, who's popular on YouTube, who's like, I'm being drawn to how Charlie D'Amelio or whatever ended up getting a show and she was plucked from TikTok. It's like that. So again, if you're passionate about something that you don't think is realistic, this is your time. This is your time. This is the rise of the average Joe and entrepreneurs because people are fed up. So whether or not you think it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of timing. How fast do you want this to happen? Stop watching the Met Gala. Stop watching these weird ass give you a trophy skit where wasting money. It's a waste of money. There are people starving. You have homeless vets, but we have to be worshiping America? That makes no sense. Why can't we even have a conversation? You know what I mean? So, regardless of how you feel about this, at the end of the day, I don't see this lasting in terms of celebrities that are inauthentic, emotionally unintelligent, emotionally unevolved, and quite frankly, not good role models. I don't see them lasting. I predict, I would say 10 to 20 years before most of them are gone. Unfortunately, it's going to take a long time because, again, I just keep hearing we're only as strong as our weakest link. So, and now being drawn back to Avatar when it's like they all joined forces to fight for the land. It's like we have to join forces now more than ever. Turn off the news. Stop letting them get you into a heated debate over blue versus red when shit don't change no matter what color wins. Don't let them trip you up over things that don't matter. Be smart. Ask questions. Why are they pushing something in the news that really doesn't matter? And what's going on behind the scenes that they don't want us to be looking at? We can be the change, but you have to believe in it. So I'm going to leave this here. I don't know how you guys feel about this reading. Let me know down in the comments. This feels like it was just kind of a hype up from Spirit, kind of being like, hey, I know it looks bad right now, but yeah, oh my God, I just heard Tupac, but you got to keep your head up. I feel like that's a great way to end it. So as always, if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, you could link, I can't speak. The link to my website is in the description box below. The tarot decks, description box below, related videos, everything you need, description box below. But yeah, guys, this is not going to last forever, I promise. I do. You have my word, actually. And I'm willing to say that it's going to take a while. It will. It's up to you guys how mad you want to get. I see like riots, to be honest with you. I think we're going to see in the future protests, riots, bordering on civil war. Not full blown. I think you're safe for the most part. I wouldn't worry too much about that. But it's more so like people are fed up and they should be. So take power into your own hands or this is just going to drag out longer. But either way, it's going down. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. Again, thank you to everybody for being here. Share this with your friends so that people don't lose hope. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Links are down below. Again, if you want to book a private reading with me, website in the description box below. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. There is a lot of hope, believe it or not. I know it looks dim, but maybe we should start thinking about what we prioritize and go from there. And remember why we came here to begin with. Remember when we were kids and all we needed was nature and a twig and we felt like we were on top of the world? Let's get back to simplicity. And stop looking externally, just like these celebrities that we mock. They're doing the same thing. If we want to dethrone them, we also should hold ourselves accountable too, you know? And that's how I'm trying to hold myself accountable, by speaking out. And we all need to do that. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gave you guys hope and clarity. And I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Stay free, stay blessed. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another.